Red Pill disclaimer. Welcome to Gawdzell's channel. By watching this video, you are choosing to take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. All opinions expressed are Gawdzell's alone, and any copyrighted content belongs to its respective owners. Viewer discretion is advised.
Can you see it now? Can you see the Matrix for what it truly is?
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be a good one. As always, y'all already know, I got banned for a week, okay? So I do have a second channel. If you guys want to check that out, go subscribe to that channel. So if anything else happened to this channel, you can go to that channel and we'll post over there. All right, so check out the new channel. Hope everybody having a good day, a smooth, chill day, all that good stuff, and let's get right into it. All right.
Okay, so this is kind of strange. It's been foggy here for a few days. Now it's starting to snow. But, you know, fog's not a big deal. If it warms up, things get foggy. But I just found out that, like, all of the UK was foggy as well. And Florida and half the United States, everyone's talking about this fog. And everyone was coughing and feeling sick. And I kind of got sick, too. You can maybe hear it in my voice. Comment below if there was an unsettling amount of fog in your region. Maybe it's just a weather event, normal, probably. Okay, so this is kind of strange. It's been foggy here for a few days. Now it's starting.
So it's been foggy. Man, I've been missing a lot. Yeah. See, you two know what they was doing when they banned me. You know, they be trying to set me back, but we here. We here for
It's
it.
time to tell the truth about Squid Games.
Okay.
Squid Games is not no random movie. This is based off a true story or true stories. If y'all don't know what this show is about, it's a show about them kidnapping around 500 people, taking them to an uncharted island while they play a few games for billions of dollars. They'll play games like red light, green light, and little childhood games. But the rules is if you lose the game, you get unalived. And the more people die, the more money is added to the final stake. And the winner or winners take the money home. But they pick a specific 500 people. They pick people who are in billions of dollars of debt, who has no more life to live. And the creators of this game, the reason for them doing this is so they can give people a second chance at life. But as you watch the show, you will realize that's not the case. If you watch the first season of Squid Games around episode 7, you will meet people called the VIPs. These are the rich billionaires and trillionaires who invest in this game. Notice the masquerades. They invested in the games for their own pleasure, whether it's watching people get unalived, a ex-trafficking ring, and an organ harvesting plant. And the main person who was helping run the facility was this man right here with the mask called the front man. Now, we have all witnessed the front man get unalived in front of the whole world. And who was that? Jeffrey Epstein. He was a front man. No, he was not the only one, though. Before I move forward, if y'all want to join my community where we expose and undercover truths in movies, medias, TV shows, and whatever else, comment Indigo.
If you have pets, you have parasites. Cats, dogs, absolutely. If you eat at sushi restaurants, you have parasites. If you consume meat, fish, eggs, dairy, you have parasites. Whew, even if you've been vegan for a long time, if you have not cleansed the body of mucoid plaquing, the mucus, the pus, and the kilograms of undigested, uneliminated waste that you've accumulated over the decades, you absolutely have parasites too. So if you've got skin conditions, if you've got rashes, recurring infections, teeth grinding, if you have nightmares a lot, if, you know, bedwetting for kids especially, if you have constant bloating, all of these things have to do with parasites. But just remember that it's not really about killing off some parasites and continue living the way you've been living, because you brought them in and you have kept them there happily. They are thriving in you, and they have a say in what you consume, in what you think. Mind control. Hijacking. Intuitive eating. Is it your intuitive eating or is it theirs?
Right.
Detox time. If you have
That's
pets,
crazy how parasites can even, like, it's like they control you. Like, yeah, I remember I heard someone say that parasites are basically an alien. You know, they got their own mind, you know. And the food that you be craving, that don't really be you. It be them parasites, man. That's what it be. That's why you be craving, oh, I want that. I want this today. Like, it be a parasite in you. And you don't really want that. And that's why when you eat it, you don't even eat the whole thing, you know? So that's how you know you really wasn't craving that. That was the parasite. It's crazy, man. I'm pretty sure everyone got parasites. And I think the best thing to do is get you some chlorophyll. That helps. Get you some chlorophyll.
Say you been feeling under the weather, huh? Say you been having... yeah. Well, look up this patent number.
Give me a second.
Let's get into it. Here's a screenshot of what you really looking for. Now let's just get into this, because it's gonna look like something that you thought you done seen, but it ain't really what it is. These are what you call powder metals. Now if you know anything about what's really going on, then you'll know that these right here are nanotechnology, metals, etc. Let's keep going. Now before we get any further, once again, I'm gonna speak it out. You have a metal inside of your pineal gland. It's like metal. You feel me? It's a function as a cosmic antenna. It's basically an antenna that's inside your pineal gland. Also, it receives information from electromagnetic fields and subtle signals. So if you got 5G towers, you coming out with 6G, because remember back in 2020/2021, they came out with 5G, but nobody internet wasn't moving fast. Whole time, only thing that they're connected to is your pineal gland, which is they can make you or anything else that's going on. Read it for yourself. Let's keep going. Like I said, devices of producing metal powder. Let's keep going. Aluminum or aluminum alloy powder is produced through an atmosphere. Read it for yourself. Let's keep going. Oh yeah, take a screenshot. This from the U.S. Patent Office. Y'all remember this? But y'all remember y'all used to hearing of iCloud. Yeah, your ass a cloud, all right? You gonna be hooked up to some shit that you don't know about. Let's keep going. So when it come down to ION or IONTs, it's a system of nano connection devices, objects, or organisms that have unique identifiers to transfer data over to a computer or cellular network wireless to the cloud. Remember, like I said, you're being connected. You just don't know that you are becoming a transhumanism. Go and look up transhumanism. Let's keep going. So whenever it come down to all this shit that's implemented into your body at this point on, guess what they doing? Hooking up things to your data, hooking up things to your cellular, hooking up things such for as viruses inside of your interface, your computer, your system, because you know that your body ain't shit but a goddamn system. So whenever they hook up to it, you got IONTs hooking up to all these organisms inside of your body, changing your strands of genes and genetics, or what you would call genetic systems. Here's a description what IONTs do. Let's get into the next one. Another. All this shit hooked into your body. All these things hooked inside of your body and change the strand of DNA, strand of genetics, and such for on, and can control you through these machines, making you a transhumanism. IONTs, IONs, and such for on. IEEEs. Let's get into it. A biocyber interface for e-health. IEE 802.15.4. Go and look it up. Go and look this page up on Twitter/X right now and go and figure out what the fuck I'm talking about. It's plenty videos. But whenever it come down to these IEEEs, a future direction, guess what they target? A heart. Why you think a lot of people getting diseases and cancer and such for on? But let's just keep going. This is what it's doing to the body. Invasive application. Let's keep going. If you want a bigger picture about everything, the cellular data, and the biochemicals, bioelectronics, anything that's going inside your body, the reason why it's been controlled by 5G and 6G towers, then here's a breakdown. You got micro nano, internet, a bio nano, body area, nano network, molecular communications, internet nano things, that's the IONT, intra-body communications, mobile bio nano. See, y'all ain't understanding what's going on, but let's just keep going on. See, they been posting this shit since 2013. Matter of fact, from 2021. Let's go. Let's push it back to 2017. Nano communications, new source of data. Read it for yourself. Take a screenshot. Take a motherfucking screenshot. If you ain't understanding what I'm trying to tell you right now, then you need to slow down this video and go and look up everything that I just presented to you. Because of how you're getting sick, it's not the normal way. They do things like this to hook up to your pineal gland, to connect with them things, to hook up to these systems. How do you think a certain substances hook up with certain metals that could connect to your antenna, your pineal gland? You understand what I'm saying? You have a metal in your pineal gland that can be hooked up to as such for as antenna. Reason why everybody call this a matrix and not knowing what's inside of the matrix that's really going on. I remember them old movies where people used to have aluminum foil around their head trying to protect. See, they been throwing out signs in these movies and shows and shit for a long ass time. That was to protect their aura, protect their pineal gland, protect their soul, and everything else that was going on. See, whenever it come down to all of these things, it's ways that they're connected to your body to cause it and making you, yeah. So if y'all see such things like this, the system dealing with the body and such for on, there are doctors out here who can't even tell you that they can connect with your body if you got them things that was in 2020 or 2021 that's already inside that motherfucker, which would be a IONT or IONIEEEs and such for on. Why do you think that they start giving everybody this free internet connection, and then you got all of this shit connected to the internet, you feel me, that connects to the body? All of it was free through these government assistance and such for on in order to start hooking up to people's bodies with their consent, but not without really willingly knowing what was really going on with their body and what the future was to become. Transhumanism. So if you really sitting back and wondering how is she really getting oh, there's a way, and then this way, that ain't nothing but a small factor. All you gotta do is go and look up everything I just now told you, and you will understand. And then you'll start asking questions, which is they told you not to ask no questions. Why won't you? Why are they doing the things that they are doing towards you? Who are they trying to battle? Who are the peoples inside of these UFOs who they ain't telling you who they really are, which they been knowing about for decades, but then they keep on coming out as far as last year and this year and telling you that it's real. Whole time they been knowing. The same reason why they ain't telling you who built the pyramids and all such these other things that's going on. You feel me? The ancient technology is withheld with these people who they trying to tell y'all that are against us, that's inside of these unidentified fucking objects that y'all don't even know about, which is they trying to transfer y'all over to transhumanism with these artificial ass supernatural powers to go against them. But hey, for more of this info, like, follow, and share for more content. Say you been feeling under the weather.
Hey,
huh?
my boy went off, man. That's what I'm talking about. But it's real though. Like he said, your body is a computer that can be hacked. That's real, man. They got all these devices and stuff. That's like I said, man. The technology they have nowadays is just to work against us. You know, eventually, I don't feel like they're gonna surpass like this transhumanism. It's not gonna happen, man. We can't let it happen. You know, even though we going down that road, I don't see it getting like to the point, because I'm pretty sure everybody gonna start seeing like, hey, okay, now that's too far. You know, we not doing that. We just gonna stick with our phones, stick with our, like, you know. But I don't see it getting that bad. But that is something to be aware of for sure. It's dope. That's crazy though, man. Sick individuals. That's all I can say.
You're being called to fast by choice or force, because there's some downloads that you need to receive. There's some messages that are wanting to connect. There's some ancestors that are tapping in. And so for you to be able to receive those messages, you have to weigh out all of the distractions, all right? You have to clear out all of the clutter inside and outside. Your mental has to be unclogged and clear.
Yes,
your
ma'am.
surroundings have to be uncluttered and clean.
Yes, ma'am.
And so as you begin this fast, just know that you are strong and you can do it because you have to. The more liquid, the better. The less food, the better.
Yes, ma'am.
The more reading, better.
Yes,
The more
ma'am.
grounding, the better.
Yes, ma'am.
You have some messages that needs to be heard, that needs to be felt. And where you are right now, you can't receive it properly. So fast today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. There are some things that you need to understand. There are some things that you need to understand in order to move forward. So be gentle with yourself, but you have to be disciplined. This is when your willpower helps you to move forward in the highest way possible. You're being called to fast by choice.
I'm not gonna lie, I was watching this video because Spiritual did just post. He was talking about how like it's like you like lose like a part of yourself, like your spirituality. Like I know people, y'all be having them days when you just got brain fog. You can't even, get like even a download or be creative. That's why you gotta take a break from eating. Some days just go like 2 days without eating, and you will see a difference. Like, dang, my brain is working better. Like I'm able to be more creative. It helps. Like time to fast, that's real. You definitely like, hey, fast. It helps. It really do. It will help you. Definitely help you. That brain capacity will be much better. For real.
This black man right here is gonna make damn sure that no one gets a hold of that asshole. He's an asshole escapist.
Excuse me? What is this? All right.
Extentation. The interview they don't want you to hear. He was took out for speaking the truth.
My whole goal throughout the human race, for that matter, is to watch everybody evolve, you know what I'm saying? For the human race in itself, or the human mind, to evolve, because that's the whole process from birth. From you're 1 year old, all you do is evolve. Your understanding and your grasp only evolves. You know what I'm saying? The more you know, the more you understand, is the more you're able to do. The more power you have. Knowledge is power. They don't want you to have knowledge at this point in time. That's why the New World Order is here. That's why they have all these fucking distractions to keep you from enlightening yourself. Self-enlightenment is the key. I can't say too much. I won't say too much. Right. To get myself into some shit.
Extentation. The interview.
That boy X, man. That boy, he was unique, man. He was on to something for real.
It's all fish and all seafood. Anything that has the vibration of death and vibration of pain and vibration of suffering in it is not good for your personal vibration, is not good for your spiritual journey. You are what you eat. You are what you consume. If you consume a byproduct of pain, you're going to feel pain. If you consume something that, was in fear as it was being murdered, then you become fear. You are what you eat. You are what you consume. Not to mention that death and pain, it breeds more of the same. And so that actually does breed disease in your body. Flesh of dead animals does breed disease in your body, because like attracts more like. When you consume death, you become death. When you consume pain, you become pain. So by consuming beings that were in pain and had to die, you're consuming a frequency of a future illness or a future disease. Like attracts like. Indeed. If you consume that multiple times a day, then multiple times a day you are a vibrational match to death. You choose, right? You have the capacity to choose. Human beings don't have to consume animal flesh in order to survive. So it is a choice.
Definitely
so own it as a choice that you make. I come with and make those choices
no
consciously.
Meat eater, no carnivore, nobody that consumes animals and that's against veganism.
It's all fish and all.
Something is just not right at all.
What's up with the fault?
At this point, we gotta get to the bottom of what the fuck is going on. Fog is a natural occurrence. Don't get me wrong. But fog that we've been getting is not normal. You gotta get to the bottom of this. This shit crazy, fool. It's not just happening in America. It's happening all over the globe. And it's not only for one day. The UK been experiencing this shit for 6 days in a row. And on top of that, people been getting sick too. And they can't explain the sickness. And this lady got a question because it was just fog in Texas and this what happened to her pool.
Okay, calling in all reinforcement. Need your help on this one. My friend who lives in East Texas woke up today and this is
look at that.
Now she's lived in this property for over 11 years.
Fog is gonna be
11
sick.
years.
Never has had anything like this happen before. No, she did not change the chemical regimen in her pool. The only thing that she said that was kind of weird was there was some really odd fog yesterday.
It's
But
the fog.
I tried to look it up too. I can't find anything that would lead to
What
anything like this.
is that, y'all? Something is just not right.
Truth in these movies. Watch this whole video, y'all.
There are three kinds of aliens: the Greys, insectoids, and the reptilians. But 9 times out of 10, what people report seeing are the Greys. The reptilians, I don't think those accounts are credible. The invasion already happened. No one knows exactly when, but they're here.
They are here.
Do you know what they want?
They seem to be studying us, experimenting on us.
There you go, experimenting on us.
Sure is they use our fears against us.
Personally, I believe the invasion happened when the Nephilim and the Watchers arrived. And these beings have been here ever since. And little do some people know, these beings are literally in our government. And some are even our politicians. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment. Crystal jewelry is also available on my website. The link is in my bio. I also got some bracelets too for the ones interested in buying. I appreciate you.
Alright, I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. This is an anime that I seen before already, but they show a reptilian in here. Basically, they talk about the reptilians, different beings that is on this planet, and that you know, like they came down here and took control of stuff, and they showed that in this anime movie. It's called The Laws of the Universe. Okay, so if you ever want to watch it, that's what it's called. Check it out. And just put anime, The Laws of the Universe anime. Make sure you put that in YouTube and you can find this video. But check this out. Let's check this out.
We know pact. What to do with you unruly bunch of animals.
Hey, who's he calling animals?
You! You're all a bunch of followers. Hello, kids.
Mr. Marui? No.
He must be a reptilian.
Huh?
That's true. Thanks for the introduction.
Uh-oh.
Huh? I wonder who could have dropped this little thing.
It's the moon rock! Natsumi! It was him all along. He's the reptilian who infiltrated the academy. I knew something was going on that night I saw you alone in the woods.
All I did was teach you a little lesson about doubting your friends. That's all.
That's why you tried to split us up, so we wouldn't be able to let the Galactic Federation in.
I heard that the Galactic Federation is basically like a you know how you got a principal at a school? It's basically like a principal of the universe, right? When they give out laws of the universe, and the reptilians, they are breaking them, because we are not supposed to be locked down like we are right now. We're supposed to be free. We don't supposed to be paying to live, paying for water that comes from the earth. Are you crazy? Come on, y'all. Fruits that come from the tree, from the planet. You know, this is what the Galactic Federation is in charge of, you know, stuff like that, like the laws of the laws of the universe, basically. That's what they're in charge of. And it dives into that. So this is crazy, man. See, like I always say, they always put the truth in your face, man. You just got to see it. You just got to see it. Use your third eye.
We know all about you and your agents in the American, Chinese, and Russian militaries, and we're going to stop you.
Oh, yeah?
Natsumi! Hey!
Look at this. Look at this. Right in our face, man.
The reptilians in America are no.
Watch what he said.
We are enemies, but we are smarter, more powerful, and much stronger than they could ever hope to be, competing for ultimate control.
See? Competing for ultimate control. Did y'all hear that? Like, and then he talking about we're smarter. Like, no, y'all not. And then watch this. He about to really go into how. Just y'all gotta watch. Just check this out. I'm gonna just be quiet. Y'all watch this.
Natsumi!
What about the Galactic Treaty?
The governments of Earth are requesting contact with the reptilians for keeping their presence in the military secret. Because no rules have been violated, the Federation is unable to intervene.
Then I will win and the Earth will be mine. That day will be here soon, but even more than that, what I crave. Proof of my power! Admit to my dominance and bow to me as your supreme master! Why can't you understand me? I am #1 in the entire universe! Are we beginning to understand each other?
You're a complete idiot.
Wait. I think I understand. Nope, never mind.
The Galactic Federation are a bunch of sniveling wimps. You pathetic bunch of insects! It's time for you to be gone once and for all!
The Galactic Federation serves the gods.
If you aim to please the gods, then you should fight and win! The true way to show the gods honor is to fight with victory! Such as I do!
The gods seek only happiness of the mind and spirit.
What do you plan to do after taking over the Academy?
Did y'all hear what these? That's all we seek is happiness, man, and freedom. That's I mean, that's not what exactly, but that's what we want, man. We just want freedom, man. And they came down here and took that. They gotta go. They have to go. They have to go.
Such as I
can't stress it enough.
The gods seek only happiness of the mind and spirit.
The gods only seek happiness of the mind and spirit. Basically, freedom. You know?
What do you plan to do after taking over the Academy?
I couldn't care less. It's just a simple decoy. My plan is to gather the Galactic Federation and the Guardians of the Earth and finish them all off. That's my goal. You children couldn't begin to outsmart me.
Guardians of the Earth?
That is an impossible feat.
And now, victory will be mine.
This is how they think, though. This is how these reptilians think, man. They feel like they smarter than us. They feel like they can just keep doing whatever they want to do, you know, and keep getting away with stuff. But no, their time will come. There will be a time where they just don't exist anymore. I feel there will be a time where they don't exist anymore because it's so unfair. All we seek is freedom on this planet and everywhere else that we go to, you know, we travel to. That's all we want. And they come here and interfere in what we got going on, man. It's messed up. Just stay on the lookout. I'm gonna do a live stream on this. Probably do a live stream on this anime. We can watch it together. But let's get back to the clips.
One go through different stages in life, and we must learn to accept one for the stages that they go through in life. Some take long to learn, some learn fast. But the race is not for the swift, nor the battle for the strong, but who can endure to the end. Everyone go through different stages in life, and we must learn to accept one's and one.
We are living in some scary times, but when the angels blow their trumpets, everyone must listen. Just remember, the word trump is short for trumpets. The angels are talking to us. They tried to warn us and tell us the angels are talking to us, but no one listens. That's why when he got shot in his ear, because we listen with our ears. I want people to understand that we've been tricked once again. They are not for us. They never been for us. We are for us. Think about it. Keep asking people, what do you want? Do you want the red pill or do you want the blue pill? Or how about you say, I don't want the red pill or the blue pill. I just want to step back and stop playing this fucked up game. But people can't help themselves. They just have to pick a lesser evil. Just think about that for a moment. Why would you want to pick a lesser evil if you know they both are evil? Stop playing the game. But this story go a little deeper. Do you know why they have their tea parties? Because they are celebrating our ignorance. Everyone is laughing at us. Trump represents the Joker. All you have to do is go back and watch the Joker movie and it will start to make sense. Just remember, Trump represents the Joker. Now, come on. Let's connect these dots real quick. The people that been controlling this world, they've been bad boys. But come here. Remember when Diddy went viral for playing the Joker? And we know 2024 has been about Diddy. Don't forget, he was the Joker. Remember? These people been laughing at us the whole time. Let me tell you something. It don't matter who's winning and who's losing. It only matters who is suffering behind it. And the people is suffering. People in America, you fell for another ritual. Their plan is to always divide and conquer. And yesterday, what happened? We are living in some scary times, but when the angels blow their trumpets,
there is something very strange that's going on with this fog. And people been coming out and reporting ever since they done seen this fog, they done had some weird ass sickness, making them have headaches, dry coughs, sinus issues, and unclarity what they thinking. Now this didn't stand out to me until I realized that I was starting to get affected. And then everybody in the house start having the same symptoms. Y'all can hear it in my throat. I'm literally just bouncing back from something. And twin, we are not tripping. It's some weird shit that's going on with this fog. You even got people waking up seeing weird substances inside of their pool after the fog happened. I thought it was me that was just tripping. I didn't even notice until I hopped on TikTok and everybody was talking about the same symptoms that I was just talking about. Past 2 days, I done felt so drained, literally sleeping 13 hours each day. I think I'm finna go buy a gas mask. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this fog that's been going around. In the comments, like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. And if you want to learn how to turn your content pages to print you money, comment down below ATM. I'm gonna see the method in your deal. There.
Well, I think I'm about to go buy a gas mask. What?
A huge number of people have fatty liver disease. A huge number of people are not filtering through their kidneys like they need to. I think somewhere around 70% of the population is constipated, okay? Most people have some kind of skin issue, okay? And I'm just naming a few of the ways that we eliminate through the body. And these are signs that these elimination pathways are clogged up. So it's important to know and understand if you're gonna do a detox, doing a full body detox is important, because if you just do a liver detox, now you're pulling all of these toxins out of the liver. And if the elimination pathways around it to get rid of these toxins, because there's no portal to pull toxins straight from the liver out of the body. They either have to go through the gut, go through the kidneys, go through the skin. But again, like I just said, most of these elimination pathways are clogged up. A huge number of people have fatty liver disease. A huge number of people are not filtering through their kidneys like they need to. I think somewhere around 70%.
In the last 7 days, the world has noticed a veil of mystery. It's a fog that has been noticed to stretch from Portland, Oregon, all the way to Nowheresville, Virginia. And this is no ordinary fog or weather anomaly. It's a dense, almost suffocating mist that has a very chemical-like smell. People from all corners of the globe have also reported seeing fine, glittery particles within the mist. The fog has also claimed many lives already. 4 catastrophic plane crashes have occurred in the past week alone. Of course, they are saying that these plane crashes were caused during the landing, correct? It's kind of hard to see in front of you when the fog is so thick, making it kind of difficult to land an airplane, wouldn't you say? People who have come in direct contact with this fog have reported some of the following symptoms: severe illness, nausea, throat burning, dizziness, and unexplained rashes. Now, officials remain silent on this matter, and the scientific community remains baffled on what exactly this mist might be. Whispers of government involvement are spreading fast, with many believing that this mist was government orchestrated in order to cover up those Dior bags. But could this be a result of geoengineering gone wrong, or simply our government trying to find a new way to control us? And let's not forget, in the weeks leading up to the fog, UFO and drone reportings had reached an all-time high, which leads many to believe that they're trying to hide something that could be watching us from the sky above. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys have experienced this fog for yourself, or what your theory is on what exactly is going on here. Crazy. In the last 7 days, the world...
She was pushed by her friend off a 60-foot bridge and suffered 6 broken ribs and punctured lungs from the fall. A video of the incident went viral, showing the horrifying moment she was shoved. The girl who pushed her was sentenced to a few days in jail, about the same amount of time the victim spent in the hospital. Now, she apologized for her actions, but the two are no longer in contact. She was...
Why would they? Basically tried to kill her. That's bullcrap.
So the Diddy Alliance have united, and I think we all should be concerned. So there was a group of 70,000 men that planned to SA their wives and their children, co-workers and other people. They even found out because one of the men got caught by sedating his wife and letting other men from the group chat come and diddle. The group is so diabolical, they are telling other people on how to become the diddlers step by step, giving them tips and tools. But after they shut the main group chat down, they started new ones, meaning the army of diddlers is still out there plotting. Yeah, so everything that you heard Diddy was doing, just imagine it's an army of diddlers now, and they out here diddling together. Boy, you better keep your arm tucked and stay prayed up. It's 2025. It's about to be a show.
That's wicked.
How some children change in behavior, in activity, and in appearance because of some environmental factors. The first youngster we want to show you is a little 3-year-old boy, and we're going to see what happens to him after he drinks orange juice. Isn't it surprising that he changes this much, this quickly, and in this way? Now let's look at this 5-year-old boy who is being tested for chlorine. Notice how nice he is before he's tested. He's adorable. And now look at him. He's trying to bite his father. He's actually frothing at the mouth. He's trying to hit his dad. He's hollering. He's uncontrollable. Would you believe that this could happen to a youngster from 1 drop of a chlorine allergy extract? Now let's look at this little 3-year-old boy.
This goes to show you how the food is affecting everyone.
He's going to eat some sugar cubes. He eats about 6 or 8 of them. And within 20 minutes, look at what happens to him. He's obviously irritated. He's angry. He is not acting the way he should. And when we give him the correct dilution of sugar, look at him. He's adorable. Now let's look at this 8-year-old boy. He's being tested with an allergy extract for strawberry. Look at how he acts. He is so angry, he almost looks demonic. He wants to bite his mother. At one point, he put his finger in her eye and he said, "Fine." Let's look at this youngster. We're testing this boy for sugar. His mother has to physically hold him down because he's trying to bite her, he's trying to hit her. What do you think would happen if she let loose?
Pretty crazy, right? And by the way, these videos were recorded like 35, 40 years ago. You think anything's changed? If you're a parent and your child is having behavioral issues, the first thing you want to consider when the child goes off the beam is what was the last thing that went into that kid's mouth? Even if it was a Tic Tac. If you pay attention to the things that your child consumes as it relates to their behavior, it will be an eye-opening, come to Jesus moment for you, and it will change your life. And by the way, it's a delayed reaction. It's 15, 20, 30 minutes after the kid eats the food or is exposed to the environmental toxin that they have a reaction. It's not immediate, which is why parents miss it. And your doctor has never told you about this because your medical doctor has their head so far up their rear end, they're completely oblivious to this.
To show you how...
Nah, that is crazy. If that's happening to the kids, what is it doing to the adults also? That's crazy.
Do you guys remember that video of that giant Grim Reaper walking around in the mist with a giant scythe in his hands? So if you guys have been aware, lately there has been a tons of storms worldwide, and this is wintertime. I have no idea why this is happening in winter. So this right here is in Istanbul. There's going to be a giant face that appears in the sky, right? Now, am I tripping, y'all? But isn't that Nikola Tesla face? Isn't that the face of Nikola Tesla? Look at that. That's the same face, right? You guys have noticed that there have been an increase of storms, right? Like in the winter time. What is going on? And when I zoom in, I see, look at this. What is this? Y'all see that? Y'all saw that, right? It was an orb. It was an orb that was there with something around it. But look, you can see this. You can see there's his face right there. But that's not, I'm not tripping, right, y'all? You can clearly see that is him. You can clearly see that is Nikola Tesla. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We've entered the
Is that
quantum
Project
realm,
Blue
right?
Beam?
I believe all these movies are messages to us, y'all. And ironically enough, Paul Rudd kind of looks like Nikola Tesla as well, too. Check this out, you guys. I did the numbers for y'all. You guys know how I am with the numbers, right? I make everything make sense, okay? I believe all these people are clones of each other. I mean, look at the nose of Paul Rudd. Look at the nose of Nikola Tesla. Look at the nose of Elon Musk. I mean, even the ears, y'all. Look at Paul Rudd, Nikola Tesla. Now, what do these three men have in common?
Technology.
Nikola Tesla created free energy devices that uses quantum technology, plasma energy. Elon Musk is talking about the quantum world, quantum technology, quantum AI, and artificial robots. Paul Rudd makes a movie into the quantum world, Quantum Mania. And like I said before, all these guys look eerily similar. So tell me why every single one of them gives me 35 in the same cipher in gematria. Every single one of them. Now, a lot of you guys may ask, what does it have to do with it? Okay, what do these guys represent? Well, they represent what's happening to the simulation, which we are getting plasma energy, plasma technology. Have you guys been seeing the plasma that's been happening around the world that people are calling heat lightning? No, that is plasma energy. Don't you guys feel that intensity? The Schumann resonance is rising, the solar flares, the coronal mass ejections that is coming out of the sun. It's charging up the planet. We are entering the quantum world. It makes sense that Elon Musk and Nikola Tesla are the same person, because why would you name your company Tesla if there wasn't some type of influence, and the influence you being the same type of person? This makes sense as to why we're seeing all the plasma beings around here. Yeah, we're entering the quantum world, y'all. Let's get it. That's why Nikola Tesla has purple plasma lightning behind him. This is all coming together beautifully, y'all. We are entering the ether world. I believe that's what that video was telling us, y'all. What do you guys think about this? Please let me know down in the comments below. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. What do you think about this, y'all? Let's continue to get this shift. Peace in. Do you guys remember?
I've been eating this thing this long, or I've been drinking, or I've been smoking this long, and nothing has happened to me. That means that everything is cool. I know what I'm doing. My response to that is that the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Just because you don't have a tumor, just because you don't have a lump, just because you don't have pain, just because you don't have a cough or a rash or discomfort, does not mean that you are free of an illness, free of a condition. How many people have gone routine checkups, stage 4 cancer, routine checkups, tumor, you didn't feel, you didn't know about. So you waiting on something like that to live right is problematic, because there is a such thing. There is a such thing as too late. Oftentimes, by the time you receive or have a symptom, you're behind the 8 ball, and now you've got to do something really drastic. So what I'm here to say is, let's try to prevent that and live better, whatever better means for you. I'm not saying a 21-day fast or any of that. Hey, it may be drinking more water. It may be eating more fruit. It may be getting to bed earlier. But the absence of evidence, just because you don't have a symptom, does not mean that the system is not compromised. I've been eating.
People don't know how to take you yet, because they know there's something on you, which is why some people are drawn to you and others just can't stand you. And the ones that can't stand you is because they can't control you. People don't like what they cannot control. And truth is, all you do is go to work, you're nice to everybody, you're humble, you mind your own business, but they still seek to find something wrong with you. They're like this because you have the Spirit of God on you. And you see, they smile in your face, but they're trying to figure out what is that thing that's on you that makes you relentless and unstoppable. Because every time they try, they can never break you. They can never shake you. They can never discourage you. And every time something bad happens, you overcome it. Time after time again. They haven't realized that God's hand is upon your life. And he doesn't play about you. People don't know how to take you yet. Because they know there's something on.
The new year does not start on January 1st, okay? That's a huge lie that was installed by the Vatican, okay? The gentleman you see behind me is Pope Gregory, all right? He's responsible for what's referred to as the Gregorian calendar, okay? It's named after Pope Gregory. The calendar that we used prior to the Gregorian calendar was the Julian calendar. All of these holidays or so-called holy days are made up. They are fictitious. It's all a fallacy for their agenda, okay? This was done because they wanted to fit Easter in the calendar, all right? So they made alterations. We're actually missing about 10 days off the calendar to be exact. The months are in the language Latin, okay? I'm gonna basically start from 7, okay? Septem would be 7, okay? And obviously they changed it now to September being the 9th month. Octo, we know that means 8, just like an octopus. That's actually supposed to be the 8th month. It's not the 10th month. Then they got Novum, and then they got Decim, and then they got 11 and 12. We see that. It's all false, okay? This is why they also came up with April Fools. April Fools is basically to say, hey, you guys been fooled, in reference to the calendar, all right? So all you guys making your New Year's resolutions and actually saying Happy New Year, it's false, all right? Our actual New Year starts in April, all right? All of this whole thing is a fallacy. And this is why it's time to wake up and realize that anything you've been told from ancient times were from people who didn't like us and whose objective was to subjugate us, all right? Peace and love to everyone. The New Year does not start.
Y'all gotta learn how to make altars. If y'all don't know what an altar is, it's something that you create to make a connection with the spiritual world. It's a spiritual energy powerhouse as well. A lot of people think altars is just to talk to your ancestors. But no, you can make any type of altar. You can make altars to attract money. You can make altars for protection. You can make love altars. You can make personal altars, or you can make ancestor altars. A lot of Christians will tell you, oh, altars are evil. But it's literally altars in every church. This is another reason why slavery was created. Churches realize the power of altars. And if the people who run the world want to stay on top, which is the church, they would have to cipher a lot of spiritual energy. Slavery was a way to get some of the most strongest spiritual people to worship their gods. If you really read the Bible, you will realize that Jesus was not a Caucasian. You will realize Mary was not a Caucasian. So you have to ask yourself, who are you praying to? You go drink the blood and eat the body of who? A lot of churches are ciphering some of the strongest spiritual people on earth. In slavery, you lost your identity. They gave you a new one and told you who the master was. Now, the only sense of spirituality you have is going to church praying to people that you think you know. If you don't really go and do your research, you won't realize that you're actually fueling people who run the world. This is why, quote unquote, the elites have been on top for so long. Because they have some of the strongest spiritual people praying for them. Thinking that they praying for God, but praying for their masters. That's why they still on top. Y'all gotta learn how to make altars. If y'all don't know what an altar is, it's something that you create to make a connection.
Hey, what's up with this fog?
What is going on with this fog? There's been so many people in different cities, different states, and different countries talking about this fog that's appearing over cities that is weird and it smells different. And it's not natural either for the time of year or the way it looks is a little bit odd. And I've seen videos from the UK, from Canada, from so many states in America right now that is talking about this fog. And the reason this is important is because different things keep happening, right? Because the Dior bags apparently don't exist and they're covering it up. And some of them were leaving certain trails that people believe to be unnatural and harmful to us. And now that there's this fog, and people have been reporting going through this fog and feeling kind of weird and having it smell a little man-made. And it's really odd. And if you know anything about this or if you heard about this, definitely comment and tag any links to other people's videos about this, because this is definitely a really interesting thing, because it seems like these Dior bags are getting harder and harder to see, and maybe it's because of this mystery fog.
Y'all know how Kevin Gates got to ask the viral interviews where he telling the interviewers not to touch him and shit? People always think I'm being funny when I say I don't like to be touched. No, bro, this is a spiritual thing. And I hate when people only look at the borderline, like on the surface. If I say I don't want you to touch me, that don't mean I'm acting funny. When people touch you, they're literally taking your energy straight off your fucking body. Have y'all ever heard of healing touch? Yes, this is an actual thing. You can look it up. You know, like when somebody crying and shit, you pat their shoulder like, oh, it's gonna be okay. Why the fuck you think you do that? Because energy transfers through touch. And then you got some people out here that vibrate so low, their energy so low. Mind you, when you chosen or you vibrate high, people can see and feel that shit. Don't come around me touching on me. I don't give a damn if you laughing. I don't give a damn what it is. Don't put your fucking hands on me. And it's crazy because you really gotta peep it. Like, everybody not like this, but you will meet a few people that always just gotta put their hands on you. They want to touch you. They just, even if it's the slightest little touch, don't put your fucking hands on me. Don't touch my hair. I don't care. And the thing is, I'm a Virgo. Once I open up, then I will become more touchy and affectionate and things of that nature. I will open up more eventually, but off the first meet, I'm just now meeting you and stuff. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. I don't even give a damn if I being on you. Don't put your fucking hands on me. People is literally just taking your energy. Just that quick. Don't fucking touch me, period. Y'all know how
all my deep thinkers at? Let me say it slower for the people in the back. Where are all my deep thinkers at? I'm about to run it back and decode this Roku screensaver once again. I did this on my previous page before it got banned, and guess what? I had so many people in the comments talking about, oh, you thinking too much into this. This just movie references. Y'all don't think deep enough for me. Yeah, I don't take everything at face value. I know that signs and symbols are for the righteous. You gotta have eyes that can see clearly to see what I'm seeing. I know y'all see that alien ship over there abducting Big Ben, right? What does that symbolize? Time manipulation and control. AI and quantum computing is definitely a topic of discussion right now. AI and quantum technologies have sparked a dialogue about manipulating time, consciousness, and reality itself. Let's talk about this volcano, though, that's erupting, because if y'all don't see this playing out in real time, I don't know what to tell y'all. What about Mount Merapi in Indonesia? That was this year. Iceland's volcanic activity, that was this year. So what are these symbols of? The volcano's eruption symbolizes overdue change and a release of pent-up frustration both in nature and in society. I know y'all can feel that. Yeah. I know y'all can. Y'all see that big-ass robot back there? But it's just movies, my bad. You know, just movies. Let me turn it a little bit. Because I know y'all see Spider-Man swinging from the Empire State Building, right? What exactly does that symbolize? False hope and illusion. So recent events, let's connect the dots. Economic struggles in major cities. Cities like New York that's facing economic instability. So the symbolic Empire State Building no longer feels like an unshakable monument to financial power. Right or wrong. Spider-Man represents short-term fixes and the illusion of control over chaos. But he's swinging from a crumbling symbol. Remember that. Okay, if you take notice, you're going to see Roku and Roku City all throughout this screensaver. So let's break down the numerology and symbolism for both. The word Roku has multiple layers. So in Japanese, it means what? 6. What does 6 symbolize in numerology? Balance, harmony, or a return to a cyclical pattern, y'all. In numerology, 6 is linked to responsibility, love, and service. But it's also linked to the pressures that come with these. So Roku could be symbolizing a need for balance in the chaos of technology and societal breakdowns. But, you know, what do I know? What about Roku City, though? That could represent a vision of the future shaped by technology, as we can see. So it's like a digital utopia masking real world decay, in my opinion. Heavy on the my opinion, okay? Look at the bottom. Let's look at the cars. Well, not that one in particular, but some of the cars that I've seen at the bottom, they kind of look like the cars from the Fast and Furious. To me. Like that one. And there was another one that kind of looked like Dom's car. That one right there. So the symbolism is fast cars represent speed, power, and escape. The Fast and Furious franchise, though, y'all, is also known for high-octane action, which may be symbolic of our cultural obsession with speed and instant gratification. Gotta dig deeper. When you start connecting the dots, when you're decoding, you have to dig deeper and find the true hidden symbolism. Just like high-speed cars, we rushing forward. We ignoring the dangers ahead. What else can we see? Oh, another thing. One of the things that stood out to me initially when I started decoding this last year were the bridges, because that was the time when they was messing with the bridges. Well, let me say this. I ain't gonna say they. When it comes to the bridges, we already know what happened. Those of us that have eyes that can see clearly, we know what happened. But this came at a time when there was a lot going on with the bridges. So it's funny that they put the bridges all throughout this as well. So if you look at this colorful scene right here where it says Roku channel, it has RC in the middle and the guy, I don't know what he's doing on the side. But at the very bottom, you can see XXX. Somebody get in the comments and let me know what y'all think that stands for. XXX. X marks the spot. And I know y'all see King Kong hanging from that skyscraper. This is symbolic of the imminent conflict and destruction. He represents massive power under threat, as well as the impending collapse of structures that once seemed invincible. Got planes, helicopters, Dior bags. Points to the vulnerability of even the most powerful systems. King Kong represents powerful systems. So the overwhelming force is headed towards King Kong. Y'all see them three, whatever that is, heading towards him. Look at the bottom. Y'all see that pasta, spaghetti or Alfredo or whatever? You see the checkerboards at the bottom? Do y'all know what the pasta symbolizes? Ew. I seen Beyonce eating the pasta one time too. But you know, it's just symbolism. It's just imagery, right? It's just entertainment. I can't wait to see y'all decoding skills put to the test. Speaking of decoding, if you haven't already, make sure you check out my $3 decoding guide that could.
There are a bunch of silent flexes that people pick up on before you open your mouth, before you do a single thing. So one of the biggest silent flexes you can have, and probably one of the most intimidating ones, is being in shape. I would say, especially for women, but for men, it's still even a bigger flex than wealth. I'd say it's harder to get in shape than it is to get rich. But the only people confident enough to come up to me in person, athletes. Sports were in their past, or they currently work out, or they are currently an athlete. And listen, I'm saying good-looking guys have a lot of confidence, but good-looking guys that aren't in shape still find going up to a very athletic, in shape girl, they find that intimidating, and probably would choose someone that's a little less in shape.
I told y'all being fit is a currency in itself. A lot of people that aren't fit like to downplay the value of being fit, but it takes a certain person to approach a woman that is fit because they know she's not regular. She is disciplined, she is consistent, and she means business about herself. So in order for you to even be comfortable enough to step to her, you're gonna have to be coming with something yourself. Whether it's the fact that you think you got enough money, you yourself are fit, so you know and you can understand and you can relate with her, or whatever you feel like you may bring to the table. But it's gonna have to be something. You're gonna have to know how to construct the table when you dealing with a girl that's fit, because she's no joke. And 9 times out of 10, she knows her worth, so don't play with her.
There are a bunch of silent.
Ladies, your body will reject a man and let you know that he is not for you. Let me explain. Your body will tell you physically and spiritually. Number one,
if you sleep with the TV on, does that mean you scared of the dark? My husband made me mad this morning talking about, I thought about what he said last night, like, I'll turn the TV off. I was like, I don't want to turn the TV on. He's like, turn the TV off, I'm trying to go to sleep. No, keep the TV on. We've been keeping the TV on we've been married 24 years, okay? Or however long we've been married. And you want to start cutting the TV off at night? He's like, man, you just scared of the dark. It's like, I'm not scared, no. Just because I sleep with the TV on doesn't mean I'm scared of the dark. So he was like, what it I was like, I cut the TV off, but I'm gonna cut this light on over here next to me. I'm not scared of the dark. Do y'all sleep with the TV on? Do y'all sleep with the TV on? I want to know. If you sleep with the TV on, does that...
There's no... I ain't gonna lie. If you do sleep with the TV on, there's nothing wrong with that. But what's wrong with turning the TV off, you know? Are you really scared of the dark? You know? It's gotta be some, though. So, nah, that is funny. What?
Bro, I'm starting to realize we're all brainwashed, bro. And this life is really just a process of unlearning more than what we already know, bro. Like, think about this, bro. I'm thinking about time, bro. And I'm considering that time is a mental construct which imposes limitations on our evolutions as a species, bro. And I'm not saying that we should just completely get rid of it, but I think we should reevaluate how we understand it and how we deal with it, right? So think about it, right? And I don't mean like on an actual definitive place. I just mean like on how we deal with it on a day-by-day basis, right? So think about it, right? Oh, think about the terms old and young, right? Obviously, they have their actual definitions, but let's talk about them colloquially, right? When you say somebody is old, what you really are saying is they are closer to dying than they are when they were born. And when you are saying someone is young, you're saying they're closer to being born than them being dead, right? So in other words, it's a relative term, because when you're 12, old is 18. When you're 18, old is 25. When you're 25, old is 40. But remember, 18, 25, and 12, these are only old or young relative to what you think death is, right? We think of death as like 80 to 90 to 100, right? But if you live to 300, 12 years old is basically 3. It's all a relative term, and it's imposed on you based on cultural and societal beliefs. And you don't even understand it. You're just going along with what everybody... Bro, I'm starting to realize we're all brainwashed.
You got a point, though. You actually owns something.
I would say not to burst your bubble, but this may burst your bubble, so be warned. When it comes to attraction and magnetism in relationships, for example, if you meet someone and it feels like a magnetic connection, here's what's happening at a subconscious level. Just for context, you can accept this or not. It's not really average, normal advice. So if that's what you're looking for, this isn't that anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and give this context. You, the conscious driver of this vehicle, might not understand everything that's going on, but your energy field does, okay? Your energy field is very intelligent, and it's operating at a level beyond your perception right now. The things that come to you and are drawn to you as experiences aren't random. They're actually, you're requesting them with the energetic signature that you're transmitting. So while you might not understand the purpose, for example, of a toxic relationship, your subconscious mind and the rest of your energy field is understanding perfectly well the work that's being done. So this is the context that I need you to understand before we move forward. So this magnetism, this spark, as you will, this is literally a direct result of some part of your field knowing very well and understanding very well that the reflection you're going to get from that other person is going to be very deep and show you something that you're not going to really be easily able to see without this interaction and reflection. What's being reflected is your... I would say not to burst your bubble, but this may burst your bubble. So
someone said she's given AI. I don't know. I can feel your anxiety while you're talking. You said a lot of words, but you haven't said much. Oh my God, what was the last word?
New Year's is not tomorrow. New Year's is not in the dead middle of winter. I've said it once and I will say it again until the message becomes clear. The Gregorian calendar, made by the people who literally control this realm, the food, the media, everything keeping us enslaved, made the Gregorian calendar, right? To throw us off from the natural clock, which is the sun, the moon, and the stars. The sun tells us what day it is, the moon tells us the month, and the stars tell us the year, right? So when they throw us off of this natural wave, you have yourself in January thinking, damn, this is my new year. No, this is when you start the 3-month trial into the person you want to be in the new year. The real new year comes at the end of March, April 1st. April Fool's baby, that's when they just fool. The divine feminine woman knows this cycle because this cycle that Mother Earth goes through is the same cycle that her body goes through. They used to tell the clock on the back of a turtle. A turtle has 28 little circles on the outer rim and 13 on the inner, representing the 13 moon cycles, the 13 menstrual flows of 28 days that a woman goes through on this earth. The real time clock, Mother Earth. She never lies. New Year's is not tomorrow.
One thing that I find very ironic is that people argue over flat Earth or round Earth when ultimately we're stuck in a square simulation. This whole simulation is a multi-phase tesseract, all right, that's induced by the Saturn moon matrix. This simulation was designed by highly intelligent extraterrestrial beings. This is actually why we keep reliving life cycles. Our original moon was replaced with a draconian satellite that's hollowed out with observatories. Some allege that the Sakar Empire was working with the tall whites as well as Hitler with stations on the moon. Now some allege that that artificial moon in conjunction with Saturn and the Black Knight satellite is actually what's creating and presenting this tesseract overlay that we're encapsulated in. Now the only way to temporarily escape this tesseract is via soul projection, which is an advanced version of astral projection. Soul projection is when the soul leaves the body by way of the crown chakra. It actually leaves out of the Calvary, which is the top part of the skull. When you astral project, you are actually leaving from your solar plexus chakra, which is connected to the astral plane. Now, when you astral project, you're still in the simulation, all right? This is what most people aren't aware of. The simulation actually is very vast, all right? And the only way to fully escape the simulation is via soul projection or soul traveling. This is when you fully step outside the ethereal construct. You have 7 subtle bodies and there's also 7 spiritual planes, okay? Again, the physical plane, the etheric plane, the astral plane, casual plane, the mental plane, the spiritual plane, and then you have the Christic plane, which is when you actually ascertain Christ consciousness. This is the highest elevated level of consciousness or perception. When you soul project and exit the crown chakra, at that point you're gaining access to the Christic plane. Some refer to it as the Buddhic plane. This is what the shamans and the yogis were actually making mention of when they said be Christ-like. All right, it just basically means your elevated self, your higher self. And during the soul projection sound, you may hear a popping sound like, all right, you may, right when you pop right out the top of the crown chakra, you may hear a popping sound. Again, when you astral project, you're only relegated to the astral realm, but when you soul travel, you have access to all planes. Decalcified pineal gland has access to all heavenly planes. This is why I recommend utilization of herbs like haritaki or monatomic gold for decalcification of the pineal gland. In order to gain access to Haru consciousness or Christ consciousness or that Christic plane that we were discussing, you have to first gain access to the cosmic gateway or your first eye. You have to decalcify that pineal gland. And again, I know a lot of people call it the third eye, but this is actually your first eye. This is your spiritual gateway. Herbs like lion's mane mushroom are also phenomenal for brain boosting power. All right, things like decalcification of the pineal gland as well as regeneration of any damaged brain cells. Remember, your cerebrospinal fluid is the personification of Christ. And as it climbs your 33rd vertebrae, that symbolizes Jacob's ladder. And at that point, it reaches the 12th pair of cranial nerves. That's synonymous to the 12 disciples. If you times that by 2, you get the 24 elders. This is all talking about your higher self. This is all that meant. We are rapidly ascending, cosmic family. We are actually stepping into different dimensions, and we are actually elevating. Our 12-strand genetics is being upgraded as we speak. We are actually stepping into our light body, all right? This is probably why you've been noticing you've been eating less food. You've been less hungry lately. This is also why you wake up in the middle of the night, and sometimes you have insomnia. You are converting from a carbon body to a crystalline structure. This symbol you see here is the personification of the serpentine energy, the Ida and Pingala becoming unified that actually crystallize your body. Continue to stay balanced. This is also why right now Spirit is telling you to take care of yourself. You probably out of nowhere been actually treating yourself a lot better, being more in tune with health, taking more herbs, working out more. This is because your higher self know that it's time to get right and that the planet is going through a rapid metamorphosis. Continue to detox yourself and prepare for the solar energy. Also continue to ground and make sure that you're plugged in with the planet. Every electrical unit has to make sure that it grounds itself, and you are an electromagnetic being. For all high-quality herbs and metaphysical products for spiritual exploration, click the link in my bio and visit Holistic Rim.
In this video, she speaks about how the new Earth is here and how we shifted into 5D. Make sure you watch it to the end and let me know what you think in the comments below.
The shift has manifested, y'all. Like, we have now ascended physically. Our physical realm is no longer 3D. It is 5D. And that's the only frequency that it will support right now. 5D and above. And I'm not even lying to y'all. If you are neglecting your spiritual health, your physical health is going to be affected. Period, point blank. There's no way to get around it. There's no way to cheat it. There's no way, none of that. We are being forced to evolve and ascend and do the work. And if you want to be hard-headed and you want to be, and you want to choose not to do that, you want to slack and you want to, do other things to serve that lower self. Because if you ain't serving your higher self, you're going to be serving your lower self, right? You are going to feel the effects of that physically. You're going to feel lazy. You're going to feel tired because you're not going to have energy. Because you're vibrating too low for the planet now. It's real. This is what everybody's been talking about, this shift that's happening. There is a new Earth and we are existing on it right now. And if you are still vibrating low, especially for those of y'all who identify as a starseed or you identify yourself as a spiritually gifted or spiritually inclined person, and you choosing, because you have a responsibility here that you've placed on your higher self is placed on you, which is like you placing it on yourself basically, but you have a higher responsibility since you do have these gifts and these abilities and, these perceptions. So, you're going to feel it. And I know this personally because I've been feeling it. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'll be transparent with y'all. I haven't been doing the work on myself the ways that I need to. I've been slacking in a lot of different areas, a lot of different ways. I had a routine for myself that was serving me very well, that was serving my higher self, working out, fasting, journaling, meditating, yoga, the whole nine. I've been slacking on all that. And I've been feeling that too. I haven't been eating things that I need to be eating, and I've been feeling that. Just feeling low. And you're going to feel it physically now. It's not just spiritually. You're going to feel bad or have the guilty conscience like, I need to do this. No, you're going to feel it physically. Like my body's been feeling very tired, super lazy, and I'm not a lazy person at all. Like that's nowhere in my character if anybody knows me. But I've been feeling lazy. I haven't been having energy to sustain my life, y'all. It's real. This planet cannot sustain that type of life force anymore. You're going to feel the effects. You're going to have either headaches or aches, body aches, cramps, pain, stomach aches, abdominal pain, your gut, you need to cleanse. You listen to your body because your body's alive and it's talking to you, just like this earth is. And if you're not vibrating, you got to be vibrating on at least the same frequency as Mother Earth, if not higher. That's the only way that you're going to truly have a pleasurable experience here. And the only way that you can vibrate that high is by doing the work. And all work doesn't feel like work. Sometimes the work is to just choose not to make a decision, Instead of, ordering pizza for lunch, you decide to fast. Just that right there is getting you on a higher frequency. It's self-control, it's self-discipline, and you're intentionally choosing to fast to serve your higher self. So just doing little stuff like that is the work, you know what I'm saying? But you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional with everything that you do. You have to be calculated in everything that you do. If you just allow yourself to stay stagnant and to just be impulsive and just do things because you feel like it, you're not really thinking about the consequences that are coming with this, or you're not really considering how this is going to affect you or make you feel, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that physically, emotionally, spiritually, everything, because that's where we're at right now. It's real, and it's happening in real time. So if you have been feeling low, you've been feeling off, you don't know why, your body feels weird, you've just been tired, you've been lazy, you've been sluggish, it's not for no reason. Okay? We have to connect to our heart chakras, and we have to do things that we actually want to do out of love for ourselves and for our lives. Not just that we feel like we have to do and we're forcing ourselves to do, but things that we actually want to do because we're moving in that love for our higher selves. So your heart chakra has to be open right now. Your crown chakra has to be open right now. All of your chakras need to be open and unlocked and balanced, you know what I'm saying, right now, of course, but specifically that heart chakra, so that you can make sure that you're doing things out of love and that you're not steady forcing yourself to do things. Because we, as a people, as a consciousness, as a race of human beings, we've been forced to do so many things that we don't want to do for so many generations, that now that we are finally consciously evolving physically as well as spiritually, we don't want to do that shit no more. Our body, our spirits, our souls are tired. They're literally tired. You know how many souls have been recycled and came here and been slaved out and pimped out, and then we die and then we come back into this damn realm because we ain't mastered ourselves enough? That's been happening for hundreds of years, y'all. Almost thousands of years. More years than we can even count, you know? And so now that we finally have evolved here in this realm, we have to get out. We have to learn how to get out of survival mode. And that's something that we have to learn collectively, individually and as one. And so since the split is manifesting here physically more every single day, it's very imperative, y'all, that you take yourself serious, you take your life serious, and that you stay intentional with yourself, that you're moving in love for yourself, that you're really healing, doing this work on yourself so that you can have a pleasant experience here and really experience that.
In this video, she speaks about how
Depression, farmers were producing plenty of food, but no one could afford to buy it. So farmers started going out of business. Under the Farm Bill, Uncle Sam paid farmers not to grow so many crops. By keeping supply down, the bill kept prices steady for the farmers. But after World War II, things began to change. New farming chemicals led to bigger harvests, and new petroleum-fueled machines were created to keep up with the surge. Starvation was history, but the explosion of food into the marketplace overwhelmed the government's ability to manage supply and demand. In the 1970s, Secretary of Agriculture Earl Butz had a different idea. In a complete 180, the government abandoned small farmers in favor of large mega farms that could churn out as much food as possible. All we had to do was find someone to eat this avalanche of cheap, low-quality food. In just 2 generations, a nation racked by hunger ate its way into obesity, diabetes, and all sorts of other problems. Depression, farmers were producing plenty of food, but no.
Quick thought. How many people got up this morning and told themselves, I love you, you're beautiful, you're smart, I believe in you, I trust you. These are affirmations that's going to help you enhance and boost your self-esteem and the way you feel about yourself. I promise you. Be more affirmational and intentional with yourself and speak highly of yourself. All right? Be peaceful and speak good to yourself.
Start using cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is the most healing stimulant known to mankind. You see, this is because cayenne stimulates the blood, which in return helps the flesh. Anything that stimulates
We are not in 2025. Month comes from the word moon, moonth. The moon has a 28-day moon cycle. 365 divided by 28 is 13. 13 lunar cycles every year, which means our calendar has a missing month, which means we don't know what year we're actually in. This is gonna blow your mind. The sky is a clock. The sun tells the time of the day. The moon tells the day of the month. The stars tell you the month of the year. The sky above our head is intelligent. Everything on earth is matter. Everything above us is spirit. That's why they're floating. They're not rocks you can land on. The Gregorian calendar was made for slaves. Calendar comes from calends, the first day of the month the Romans had to pay off their debt. So what does all of this actually mean, and why did they do it? They made this fake calendar to cut off our connection with our celestial intelligence above and keep our mind, body and spirit out of rhythm with these cycles. We must live in harmony with the cycles above us. You can create abundance in your life with using the moon to your advantage. All of my students know that. We are not in 2025.
Yo, what's going on in New Orleans, y'all? Check this out. So while everyone was sleeping, we had buildings collapsing in New Orleans, y'all. Look at this. What is going on over here, y'all? Look at this. Oh, that car almost got crushed, y'all. He had to run the red light to save his life. But what is going on, y'all? That's not the only thing that happened. Apparently, there was a truck that ran into a couple of crowds and unalived 10 people, and over 30 people are injured right now, y'all. This all took place last night.
About 3 or 4 hours ago, there was reportedly this vehicle, what has been described as a truck of some kind, that plowed through a crowd of people in New Orleans in the French Quarter District. As you were mentioning, this is a big area where there are bars, there are nightclubs, there are people milling about. This was New Year's Eve, or on the back end of New Year's Eve.
So I was also doing a little bit more research, and it turns out this is the 4th or 5th building that has collapsed this year in New Orleans, y'all. Did you know about this?
Oh man.
What is going on?
Okay, so New Orleans, yesterday we had yet another building collapse. I think that makes it maybe 4 or 5 this year. The one on Oretha Castle Haley during the summer. And then I want to say a few weeks ago, we had a partial building collapse downtown in the Central Business District. And then Cafe du Monde in the French Quarter, their roof partially collapsed also a few weeks ago. And yesterday in Magazine Street, this happened.
Wow, I had no idea all of this was happening, y'all.
That is
Did you
wicked.
guys know? I feel like a lot of information is being held from us. There's a lot of videos that should go viral that aren't going viral, and the people are not getting notified. But this is very, very interesting. What is going on in New Orleans, y'all? Please let me know down in the comments below. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this.
Now, I did hear about the man that ran into the people on New Year's. That was crazy. Now, I honestly think that was a script, you know. Like stuff like that. Like how y'all starting off the year with a bang already? Like even Solomon was talking about it, right? He said something about it.
And I don't want to hear you say that because what you be saying it be coming to pass.
I want him gone though. Why? Do y'all see how Kendrick be speaking? He to my deserve it all. Nah, Kendrick be speaking, y'all. Y'all know. Y'all the ones that got the ears and y'all be hearing. He be speaking, man. For real. That boy, hey.
That one of the greatest rappers he got over there is being heavily overshadowed. Ab-Soul.
Right.
The things that happened to Ab-Soul, the things that happened to his fiance. How don't nobody know about how that girl threw herself off of that tower and impaled her own body? He threw himself off of a freeway grieving for her. Why don't nobody talk about that?
I never even heard of that.
Yeah. Just like nobody seemed to hear about SZA being gang raped, her label mates.
What?
Yeah. There's a lot of dark shit going on at TDE. And that's why Drake kept poking at Kendrick, because Kendrick was trying to stop it. He left, started his own house, and now that he has his own house, now that he's been able to do something that they didn't let pop.
That's something. Do that mean Jay-Z?
Oh, I believe he intentionally did that shit so he could make sure little fires got started everywhere and nobody would look to the fact that he is the origin of all of this problem. He's got to prove to the white people that he's a pet for, that he's still viable, that he can still run things, that he can still control things.
Right.
He's got to show them that he's more loyal to their agenda than he is to ours. And it makes me sick that every time I hear them say, oh, the culture, this isn't culture. Y'all are not the culture. Y'all are industry. We have to start drawing a line between what is culture and what is industry. I think they're going to try to sacrifice.
I don't know, man, but things happen, you know, especially when you playing in the industry with these people. I heard that they have hitman ready, lined up for artists, you know, so if they speak out, they do anything wrong, they have hitmans that take you out. Like, I don't know, but I just hope the best for Kendrick, man, because this dude, hey, smart dude, man, for real. He knows some stuff, sure. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for today's video. I know my videos always be all over the place, but hey, that's what it's about, man. Diving into different topics and stuff, you know, learning stuff, and you know, just being aware, you know. But that's my style, you know. That's how we do it on this channel. If you don't like it, hey, unsubscribe. Do whatever you gotta do, man, if you don't mess with that style. But with all that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, abundant day, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next upload. Peace.